What's going on, everyone? Today we have a brand new game, an exciting one as well. We're gonna see a brand new deck that I have never seen before. My friend Chris actually surprised me with it. I believe it's red, yellow, purple, like DNA, Digivolve, something. I guess we're gonna find out. I guess you guys will keep watching. So both of us already have a level 4 in the nursing area. That's Vmon. He has Angelmon. I'm gonna have to make the Dino B in the nursing area. It's gonna make the Shakuamon. He's just gonna be able to recover since he didn't get the DNA Digivolve. And there was nothing to put back anyways. Gonna move up, making the fighter mode, putting the Shakuamon back. Make him start over, and I'm able to do 2 swings with it as well, so it puts me very far ahead. We're gonna see the Cody come down. Gonna make another Bidokimon. Imperialdramon's gonna swing, gonna draw a card. The Inheritance, gonna restand again off of his own effect. Then we're gonna pick the Davis. And we actually get 2 cards for once. Taking the Stingmon and the Vmon. I think our hands were already full level 5s. So here we go. We see the DNA Digivolve. He's gonna make the Sylphimon. And there it goes. It's going to get rid of the fighter mode because of the reduction from Cody, the reduction from the Sylphimon. Making the fighter mode only 6,000 because Sylphie does 5,000. Cody's going to do the 2,000. And Sylphimon's just going to be able to run over it just like that. Choose not to move the Madoki. Instead, I'm going to play the Vmon. Then it's going to be followed up by another Vmon. Trying to search the pieces, get the Rangermon this time. Trying to add the pieces in order to like ulticate my opponent because this deck is kind of pretty annoying. The fact that nothing is going to be able to stay on board and the recovery as well. So he's going to play Kyrie. He has a Patamon in the nursing area. Sylphimon's going to swing. He's going to suspend both Codys, getting rid of both of them. He's going to hit another Davis. He's going to play the Memory Booster, which was going to put me at 4 normally, but because he's going to combo it off with the Kyrie, he's going to recover 1 memory and he's going to put me back to 3. I'm going to make the Rangermon here on top of the Madoki, the double Hammer Spark, and I'm going to play the Stingmon. Then choose not to risk it and get in that early swing with the Rangermon because we don't want it to die in the security because if it does, it's going to be very unfortunate and we're going to go straight into Imperialdramon. And leaving the Madoki and just the Stingmon alive there on its own is actually very risky, especially with the Sylphimon being able to have that deletion effect, and also the rest of the deck is also very explosive with all that stuff. Going to unsuspend. Then we're going to see the Dragon mode come from earlier, the one that I added off the Davis with the hidden potential. Gonna get Rangermon out and Stingmon once again. Here we get to see, you know, one of the strongest attributes of the deck. We're going to get to DNA Digivolve once again. All this off of like 1 play without getting rid of no memory technically. And we're going to see the Chimeramon. The only useful thing that I saw to put under the Chimeramon at this point was just a Dino Bmon, just to gain the attack boost off of each color. Because Dino Bmon gets it for every color, not just for green and blue. So he'll gain 1 for Chimera, he'll gain 1 for the green under him, and he'll gain 1 for the blue under him as well. Making him, I believe, 11th during my turn. He's going to swing over the Sylphimon. Gotta get rid of it, obviously, with all that damage it did. And then we're going to play the dual Tamers, Ken and Davis, for the extra memory for next turn. Our opponent is actually going to gain massive memory. He's going to gain 3 off the Codys. And then he also has one of the memory boosters, which is actually the strongest one. So I got restricted to 1. And here we're going to see him actually use the other memory booster. So unfortunately, he seems to be searching for something. So I guess he doesn't have all the right pieces he needs. So he's going to pop the memory booster, give himself 3 more memory. And then we're going to see the Shakuamon. Fortunately, he doesn't have the DNA Digivolve, but he's going to recover 1 off the Shakuamon, and he's going to get a memory off of Kyrie. Man, doesn't matter how much damage I do, it's just gonna keep getting it back. So he's going to swing at the Dragon mode. He's going to be stronger than it due to the Cody, and also his Ankylamon does minus 3,000 as long as he has a blue Digimon. And this is where we see the purple of the deck, and he's going to do Falldown mode. And Falldown mode is actually going to let him recover one as well. And we saw a turn of non-stop recovery, and it's kind of crazy how he put all this together, but it's kind of pretty cool because, you know, all three colors intertwine. So that was actually pretty amazing. But we're still going to get the 2 memory off of the Davis and Ken due to the fact that Chimeramon is technically every color. He has under him and white as well. We're going to swing and we're going to hit another memory booster. How unfortunate for us. So we're preparing that XVmon at the bottom. Smell another DNA Digivolution or Jagras, whatever you guys want to call it. And we're going to hit it with the Mega Def and get rid of the Shakuamon. I mean, sorry, of the Falldown mode. So he does have enough memory to make it again, but unfortunately he's going to have to make it in the racing area, and we have nothing threatening on the board. He's going to play the Armadillomon for the search. And he's going to add the Andromon. I believe it was. Yep. We're going to move the XVmon. The Ken and Davis are going to give us some memory. So we're going to be starting off at 5. XVmon's going to swing. Going to draw a card. I'm going to gain a memory off the Imperialdramon. Then we're going to swing with the Chimeramon. We're going to bring out the Stingmon. So this is the point where we actually go for the OTK. Going to bring the Imperialdramon. It's going to be sending that right back to the bottom. We're going to be swinging twice with this guy. And then I'm not too very happy about having to win the game this way, but you know, it's a mechanic in the game, so you know, Digivolve on top of a Tamer with Lobomon for game. And that's going to be the end of exciting game 1. It was actually a pretty long game 1. The deck really caught me by surprise. It was something, one, I didn't expect, and I never would have thought that something like this would actually like work so well. Hopefully, who knows, maybe Chris actually takes it to locals and either does pretty good or gets smoked the entire time. You guys want him to actually go to locals with his deck, comment down below, and I'll record the entire locals if he does each one of his games with it, so we can see how well does it perform, what are its main weaknesses, and what decks is actually a really good matchup against. So for game 2, I believe he chose to go first. Yep. And we're going to see the Patamon. Then the Patamon is going to Digivolve into the red-yellow guy. Sorry, I'm going to keep calling him that because I don't remember his name. It's a lot. I'm going to Digivolve into the Mandoki nursing area, and then we get the XVmon. Then we're going to play the Labradramon, even though we know it's going to get killed, but my hand was pretty awful, so there was nothing else I could do. Besides just pass, which should have been what I should have done. But I took a chance, hoping that he maybe didn't have the level 5, which he did. So he's going to just straight up Digivolve into Sylphimon, killing the Labradramon, and leaving me at 1. I'm going to move up my XVmon, and I'm going to play Stingmon, which I calculated based on the destruction power of this deck. He was not going to be able to kill any of them with Sylphimon, but I got hit with something I didn't expect coming, which you guys are going to see right here. So he hits me with the Crimson Blaze. Not an option card I was expecting him to play in this deck, but it does make sense, especially since he's playing all these different colors. He's playing blue, he's playing red, he's playing yellow, he's playing purple. So he does have a lot of access to different option cards, and I think that was actually a pretty good one, especially against this matchup. And it is the one that makes the most sense, since most of his deck is actually entirely red almost, or red and yellow. And we're going to see the Falldown mode, and he's going to recover 1. And we're going to swing with the XVmon. It's not going to die due to jamming. Then we're going to Digivolve into Raindramon, and over here we're having technical difficulties, sorry about that. And we're going to DNA Digivolve them into Imperialdramon. We're going to be swinging and drawing that card. I'm suspending. And I choose not to swing again because I don't want my Imperialdramon to get destroyed by Falldown mode next turn. So instead I'm just going to hard play a Vmon and try to search for that Dragon mode. Which luckily we do actually hit. It was the only card that we actually hit out of the entire 3, so we didn't have much option, but that was the only one we were looking for. It's going to swing security with Fall Down mode. And then he is going to be getting rid of the Vmon due to the inheritance. At least something with minus 2000, reduce something by 2000 DP. Or I think it's delete something with 2000 DP or less. Gonna make Imperialdramon in the nursing area. Gonna be hard playing the Midoki. We get to see one of the strongest cards in the deck, the Hidden Potential, making the Dragon mode for free. So at this point right here, guys, we actually had a little bit of a brain fart because I was calculating so much ahead that I almost forgot what I was going to do. And I think I also miscalculated something. I miscalculated how much memory I actually had and how many Hammer Sparks were actually in my hand. So we had to think for a bit. I'm gonna get the XVmon and the Rangerdramon out. And able to DNA Digivolve once again. Remind you that all of this was done at the cost of technically just 3 memory of Midoki because of the Hidden Potential, the Dragon mode, and yeah, so you get the Dragon mode technically for free for a cost of 3 because the only thing you had to pay for was just the Midoki. And you got the Imperialdramon also for free off the Dragon mode's effect. And here we go, Ice Hammer Spark and Ice Wall. Just in case, since he will have 2 Digimons to swing with. So that way we could actually limit the amount of moves he can do. Especially also because it's late game, and on top of that, we only seem to have 1 security stack, so it could go either way. And we're going to swing into Fallen mode, and then we're going to make the Fighter mode on top of the Imperialdramon. Which kind of sucked, not the way that I wanted to play it out, but it was the only way that we could do it, because if not, Fallen mode was actually going to stay on the board. And we know, thanks to the DP reduction off the inheritances, it was going to be kind of life-threatening. Which we see actually the Fighter mode fall down to as well. And he's gonna, this one he got the full effect of Chimeramon due to the fact that he has, oh, this guy has 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he actually has all 4 colors. I thought he had 5 for a minute. I'm gonna move up the Labradramon, digivolving it into XVmon. The good news here is that he doesn't have lethal, even if like we digivolve on top of this and pass, since I got rid of the fall down mode last turn. So it seems to have been the correct choice. Unfortunately, I had to get rid of one of my own. And we make the Imperialdramon, which is actually a pretty scary card on its own. Let's hope it actually survives. So we see another fall down mode, and he's going to recover again. See, the Armadillo is going to be hard played, and he's going to add to Sophimon. Then Imperialdramon is going to swing. It's going to gain a memory. It's going to draw a card off the Demi-Vmon. It's going to unsuspend itself. But at this point, there's actually not pretty much anything I was able to do. Left with no security. Obviously, no blockers as well. It has 2 Digimon on board. It's actually 3 with the Salamon. So it's obviously game. Also didn't have that other green Digimon in order to bring it out with the Dragon mode. That could have actually helped. But that's unfortunate. So we're going to go to game 3. Chris is going to be taking game 2 with his A rainbow color mix. Actually, this deck has so many colors, I'm gonna call it Fruit Loops. We got to see a bit more of what his deck's capable of doing, that non-stop recovery, also that insane destruction. We even got to see that Chimeramon actually take down the whole Imperialdramon. So he has a lot of really good cards, a lot of removal, a lot of DP reduction that helps him out along the way. Along with the recovery is pretty annoying. So game 3, yellow's going to be going first. He's going to make the Patamon in the raising area, and then he's going to play his memory booster, and he's going to add the Angemon. Going to play the Vmon and the Davis. Unfortunately, I have a really bad hand this game. I'm going to have to start searching out my pieces. I had no other rookie, so I had to use that Vmon to Digivolve in the nursing area instead of hard playing it and searching some more pieces that I needed, unfortunately. You guys know those hands I'm talking about. Gonna play the Madoki in order to, choke out the memory booster, so he won't be able to use it and then go into Electromon. Didn't really matter about suspending the Angemon or trying to swing over it because he was actually obviously stronger. We're gonna see the Cody, which is gonna help him out every turn. Gonna give him a memory every time he has a yellow Digimon. So he's gonna have to try to get rid of the Madoki next turn, which he actually can. Then we're gonna see the Stingmon come down, and we're gonna DNA Digivolve it with the Raydramon for Imperialdramon, send them back to Angemon to the bottom of his deck, and now we see another memory booster. See the better one out of the two. So my only hope will be that, Madoki stays on board, which very unlikely with all the power this deck has. All that destruction power. Seems he's fishing out for his pieces because he actually just played another memory booster. So I guess, Madoki right now is putting in that work. I'm going to move up the XVmon, and we're going to play another Stingmon. We're going to DNA Digivolve again. We have enough on board to technically take the game. Going to DNA Digivolve into the Chimeramon this time. Going to swing with Pyodra, draw off the Sting, and the Demi-Vmon. Going to swing again. Unfortunately, we hit Crimson Blaze. Going to get rid of our Madoki and our Vmon, so that Madoki's finally solved the issue there. Chimeramon's gonna swing, and unfortunately we're gonna die to the Falldown mode, and we're gonna play another Madoki, so actually his problem has not been solved yet. And it's so unfortunate he has not a Hawkmon, well, Hawkmon's evolution, so he's not gonna get the memory off of Cody. He's gonna play Salamon, and he's gonna Pegasusmon, and he's gonna do security minus on Imperialdramon. And he's gonna DNA Digivolve it into another Chimeramon, attaching the Patamon under it. And he's gonna kill the Madoki. And he would obviously gain the memory of a Patamon, but it didn't matter because I have Davis. So right now, Imperialdramon has security minus, so I cannot go for game. And we're gonna see the MVP come down once again. So here we go, a third Madoki. It's going to be followed up by the Megadeth. It's going to give him a lot of memory, but fortunately, he doesn't have nothing in the nursing area. His memory boosters are technically all dead, and I have enough for game next turn, so that's going to be it.